Hi everybody, I'm Stephen Bull and this is Mercury Live at the Miami International Boat Show. We're joined by Michelle Dauchy from Mercury Marine. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Steve. Happy to be here.
Fantastic to be back after not having last year, and there's so much to talk about, and with you, would love to talk about sustainability because the world's been changing and this is very important, and clearly it's important to Mercury Marine, so tell me about that.
Sure, I'd love to. It's great to be back in person. Fantastic to be talking to you, and sustainability is really vital to who we are at Mercury. Sometimes when people think of sustainability, they think of a thing, but for us, it's embedded in the culture. It's part of everything we do, from developing props to developing hydrodynamic solutions, even to things as simple as our exhibits. We're in the middle of a show where exhibits are built. Our exhibits team has sustainability top of mind all the time. Bassmaster Classic 2017, we built an exhibit that had 500 pounds of steel and aluminum in a staircase. Over time, that became outdated, and our exhibits team didn't discard it. They figured out how to repurpose it. Some of it donated to engineering, some of it donated to build a trail out in the environment. So we think about sustainability in every single piece of the business.
Sustainability is a big word that covers a lot of things, and it should, but are there any specific projects or programs that can really highlight what you guys do?
Yeah, we've got a really simple framework that we use. It's all about four core pillars: product, energy, environment, and the people. And we have initiatives against all four of those pillars that ultimately create our sustainability impact.
So you guys make a lot of things.
We do. We sure do.
And manufacturing is not a simple or small process. How do you work sustainability into the manufacturing process for something as large as Mercury Marine?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. There's a lot of things we do. I think a couple things I'd highlight. As an example, wastewater. That's one area where in the production of engines, we create wastewater. And rather than hauling that wastewater off and driving tremendous amount of truck miles on the road, which can lead to emissions, we actually cleanse that water and repurpose it. So that's one really applicable example that people probably don't think about on a day-to-day basis.
No, definitely. That's something, a lot of the manufacturing process for us consumers, we just assume it all happened. It's some magical process, but things like that are, and I imagine that's, it's smart to be sustainable too, because now you're not having all these other trucks and that other process.
It's better for the environment, it's better for the efficiency, it's better, there's a lot of benefits that come from it. And we keep that top of mind. And another thing we did, which I think you'd find interesting, solar power. That's another way to harness the power of energy from the environment and use that in our facilities. So in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, which is where our company headquarters is, we have built a solar array in 2020 on the roof with over 300 solar panels. The power from those solar panels actually will power the electricity in our warehouse for 30 years, just from the solar panels on that roof. In addition, we have a similar solar array in our European headquarters. When you combine both of those, they're playing a really important role in contributing to an important goal we all hold, which is by 2030, we want to have 50% of our electricity from renewable resources. So those solar arrays are one important piece of that puzzle.
30 years, that is impressive.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing what you can do. And that's in Wisconsin, where the sun is not always shining quite as often, but it is an amazing impact.
So the manufacturing process is foreign to me. I don't know anything about it really, but I do know at my house I recycle, and my son helps me recycle. I imagine you guys do something like that on a bigger scale though.
We sure do. That's a really great question. We process over 40 million pounds of aluminum and recycle that and then reuse it in our castings process. And that's really important because aluminum you can recycle without losing the qualities of that metal. And that leads to a lot more efficient way of producing our castings than you would if you were using original mining for that aluminum. So
Wow.
It's a really important part of our overall sustainability program.
Again, comes to what you said earlier, that it's good for the environment, but it also makes good business and manufacturing sense.
Completely. It's a win-win.
Mercury leads the way much of the time, but you also listen to your customers. How do customer expectations and demands, which have shifted, work into all of this and into your innovations?
No, you're right, Steve. I mean, the consumer is at the heart of everything we do. The consumer infuses our product development strategy, our business strategies, because ultimately we want to create the best experience on the water. And as you mentioned, there's certainly a lot of trends out there in data supporting a move towards consumers that are really valuing companies that take sustainability as not just an action, but something that they really believe in. And we've been on, I think, the front of that trend, because sustainability is not new to us. It's something we've been doing for a long time, but it is something that we're continually wanting to advance, wanting to go where the consumer's going and do the right thing for the environment. We build sustainability into all of our product development at the earliest stages. So right from the beginning, we're thinking about how do we make this product in a way that's going to delight the consumer, but be as sustainable as possible. And then we carry that through and pull it through the whole development process all the way through launch and maintenance.
And yeah, you're right. The customers are expecting it now and demanding it. It's no longer, oh, it's nice to have. The trends are shifting, and it's good to see you guys leading the way in that regard.
Yeah, thank you. We're really happy to be doing it.
You talked about shifting trends. We've seen it all over the place. Electric cars, more electric battery-operated things at home. Electrification is big to Mercury. Tell me more about this Avator concept.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. We're here at the Miami Boat Show, and we just unveiled the concept for our Avator electric product series. It's not a launch yet. It's a concept announcement. It's to come. It's based on that shift in sustainability towards products that are sustainable, quiet, good for the environment, and really where consumers are heading right now. So this is our first step in progressing electrification in the marine space. The first of what I know will be a long history of Mercury leading the trends. As you know, we're experts in marine. We've been in marine leaders for over 80 years, so we're taking that knowledge of the boater, the marine environment, how to develop products for that, and combining it with electrification. It was exciting to kind of share it here for the first time.
That's exciting. And a company like Mercury Marine doesn't stick around for this long just because you've been around for a long time. You've always been innovating and changing, and this is sort of the next chapter, it seems, the electrification, and that's the wave of the future.
Exactly. It's really important to always challenge yourself to go further, and there's core parts of the business today that they're going to coexist with electrification. They're not going away, but we need to expand our presence as the technology is enabling us to do that, and we intend to lead the way.
I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. This is the best time to be here. You get to see all the concepts and launches.
It sure is.
I missed it last year.
It sure is.
The concept announcement, the Avator, very exciting, but there's so much going on. You guys have so many products and your reach is so big.
Yeah.
What else is going on with these different areas in terms of sustainability?
Yeah, I mean, we could probably have a conversation all day about some of the things we've embedded into our products that are great for sustainability and for the environment, as well as great for the boater. One of them that I have on my boat and I personally love is called Active Trim. Active Trim is a technology that enables you as a boater to have the boat automatically trim optimally based on how you're driving, where you're driving, and what that does is delivers you the best fuel efficiency you can get. So whether you're an experienced boater or a brand new boater, you can always be guaranteed to have the best performance, experience, efficiency, and if you want to have time hanging out with friends, you don't have to worry about trimming your boat. So it's got multiple benefits.
And that is one that I have spoken to a lot of my boating friends about, and there's some that are convinced, no, I can do it better. And I'm telling you, I've test driven over 200 boats. You cannot beat the computer, and why bother? It's dialed in, it's perfect, and you just worry about driving and enjoying that time on the water, not constantly tweaking and chasing that sweet spot.
Exactly, and you talk about how do you combine sustainability with what's great for the boater. That's a perfect example. There's a ton of other things. I'd say I'm really excited by our prop offering. We have I think the widest array of props in the industry, and that enables you as a consumer working with your marine advisors to dial in the best performing prop, and fuel efficiency is a really important part of that solution. And because of that array we have, you can have superior fuel efficiency on your boat while getting the best performance.
I remember a few years ago, the new platform of the outboards was launched, and I was able to check out some of the new ones, and I had to keep checking the transom of the boat because I was convinced it wasn't running until I got to the back and I just heard that telltale. The little water splash is the loudest thing you could hear. That's an important part too, the noise pollution as well to enjoy it, but fuel efficiency as well. Talk about what's going on currently, not what's to come, but what you can enjoy right now.
Yeah, as I said, we build sustainability into our products from the get-go. As a result, nearly all of our engines are the most fuel efficient in their class. And at the same time, they're amazingly quiet. And what that means is you can actually enjoy the time on the water, not create that kind of noise pollution that otherwise might exist or might keep you from having the conversation with your friends who are hanging out with you for the day.
Yeah. Being out there and having fun with friends, family, that's what it's all about. And so
sure
as
is.
wonderful as the engines are, I want to enjoy the people, and that will help propel me to my fun.
You're so right. It's really about creating an environment to have a wonderful day on the water, and that experience is only enhanced by what we do. The real star of the show is whatever our boater's doing, right? Whether it's fishing, hanging with friends, cruising, or destination boating.
Excellent. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you here.
Great. Thanks for having me,
on
Steve.
Mercury Live. I'll let you get back to it. I know it's busy,
It is.
and we'll have some more episodes of Mercury Live coming up. And if you're here, come check us out at the Mercury booth at the Miami International Boat Show.